Steels, how are we doing today? It's raffle day. What up, what up, what up? Ooh, we got Crazy Dad first in chat. Of course. Of course. A horse is a horse, of course. We've got Crazy Dad in here. What up, Crazy Dad? How are you? Hello. Hello, how are you? Hello. Hi. Good to see you, good to see you, as always. Um, You know that first is good for a raffle entry on not this screen and not this one either. Shh, don't look at my back end. Bloop. Okay. Crazy Dad, that actually puts you on a tie with Aloha. One or the other is going to get the mouse pad. We're at about a 50-50. No, it's not about a 50-50. It is a 50-50. Um, any more raffle entries before we draw this home? Anybody else? Anybody else? What's up, Chaotic Chemistry? I'm doing fairly well. I'm doing pretty well. Does anybody else want to get in on this raffle? I usually do like a timer um, to make it like fair. But I'm also super late, so I don't want to make it like an extra uber duper long timer. I want to make it like a, let's make it like a 5. You have 5 minutes. If you want to enter the raffle, you have 5 minutes there. After that, it counts for next month's prize. This month, tell them what they'll win. It's gonna be one of these mouse pads, one of these Transx Bombshell mouse. I'm doing super good. We're trying to grow the merch store. I want y'all to buy merch because when we hit 20 things sold of any 20 things, the merch store is gonna get a lot cooler. That's then I'll be happy. It gets cooler after that too, which if we ever get there, that's fine. I just wanted to get to this the what they call tier 2, and then I'll have what I feel is an awesome amount of merch. Plus, there's something coming that um, I've been keeping under wraps. Crazy Dad knows it's coming, or he probably forgot. But there's some things coming from the streamathon, the subathon, that were promised, that were in the works, and they are coming. And we will, thank you, Chaotic Chemistry, we will. It's more of a matter of time thing than anything. It's not an if, it's when. Um, and I'm doing great. How are you? I mean, I'm all things considered. I mean, I'm quite literally a trans woman in a fascist uprising. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm in the belly of the beast. Oh, it's the shirt you can speak of. There's a shirt and an emoji. I just went ahead and did all the things. I promised all the things. I've got thing. Not only do we have these things coming, there's additional merch based on these things. So, you're struggling? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. If you want to share, feel free to share. If it's just don't dox yourself. Be very, very careful. These are ominous times. Maintaining your anonymity and so forth and so on is paramount. Also, don't be surprised if in the middle of me talking to you, any minute a Pokemon booster pack could be pulled. Because that happens randomly around these parts. And yeah, it's pretty much you're a guaranteed shirt for that. There might be more sold from other people that just want that shirt for what it is, and I highly anticipate that because it's a loud and proud We do feet pick jokes around here. And I'm not like I don't really stream on TikTok much anymore. I just do clips on TikTok because TikTok just it makes me feel bad. Like it brings my energy down, and so I've been avoiding it. Where did this come from? Okay. You're struggling with low self-esteem and depression. Also, some eventual thoughts on life. Come on! You're gonna wander in my stream after not hanging out for a long time and drop this on me? That's a lot. What are you doing? But I do care for you, and I hope you're okay. Honestly, you're a Twitch user. I think you're ahead of the game. You shouldn't have low self-esteem. You are existing in a system that honestly is not designed for us. So the fact that you're not, yeah, it's fine, but seriously, um, we're just like, you know what? Like, it's not supposed to be this way. I hope that's comforting. It's gonna hurt and be frustrating as well, but it's not supposed to be this way. Like, life is supposed to be like, you're supposed to be fighting for survival. And the cool thing about human collectivism is we're all supposed to make it easier for each other. And instead, design this whole system that makes it far more complicated. So I'm sorry. Um, you're reacting badly to a bad system. So it makes sense. And the good news is you can still just like be happy. Like, you probably have low self-esteem because you're measuring yourself up against like shit that doesn't matter. I'd take a stab in the dark that that's the case. Because it's the case with most people. Unfortunately, we are dealt with cards we didn't pick. That is facts. And so we are dealt with cards that we did not pick. And sometimes you're dealt the shittiest of shit hands that literally are nothing. And you can't expect it to turn into anything. But bitch, you gotta go all in. And it's sometimes not even about the cards you got. It's about how you play the cards. And that alone can be in your favor. And you can't let the fact that you have shitty cards stop you from playing the fuck out of your hand. You can be happy without the need of others' validation. It takes a while to accept that. Hell yeah, crazy dad. Dropping a nuclear pearl of wisdom. Well said. I mean, honestly, what life boils down to is existing because you were brought here. So you might as well exist. And being present. That's your biggest problem, if you're honest. You've been searching for others' validation since you're a small child. You know you got to fix this. Yes. If you know, that's half the battle. And being present and knowing what the problem is beyond most people. So now here's the hard part. The being aware is going to become more your problem than anyone else's. And I'll say that again. You're being aware of how everything works and what the problem is more of a burden on you than it will be on you. Because the best way to exist in this reality, I'm sorry, I was going to lay it off flat, is to brainwash yourself into believing in the systems of which we exist and find ourselves, and throwing yourself wholeheartedly into that system, and turning yourself into this make or break machine for the system, for the good of the system. And you know what? Like, if things work out, you'll be happy, and you'll thank the system, and you'll never question it, and you'll be happy. Knowledge is a blessing sometimes, but a curse many times as well. Amen. Is it too much? It takes a while. It took my separation from your wife, your ex-wife, and your eventual divorce, and you're 41 and figured it out. It takes time, and don't give up being here no matter what others think. Yeah, you can't let the terrorists win. You were blessed with the gift of life, and you should just like stick it out. Because you're gonna die anyway. Nobody's getting out alive. So, ride it out. Because if you just take a nap and wake up, chances are you'll be like, oh heck, I'm glad I didn't eject. Because now I can watch that show. Alright. Timer's done. We're going to go ahead and give this little raffle wheel a spin. Nobody else has entered the raffle. So any additional raffle entries are now going to go to next month's raffle. Now, per my rules, it doesn't count until I shuffle. I have to shuffle for it to count. Otherwise, I have to respin. And if you are ready, without further ado, excuse me, 5, 4, 3, 2. And the winner of the August 26th raffle mouse pad is, that's gonna be Aloha. Hey, Aloha wins the mouse pad. Let's go. Aloha. You won a mouse pad. Woo! There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Let me get a name and an address, and I'll get that shipped out ASAP. There we go. Alright, let's see. We're going to pull a Pokemon booster pack, changing of topics and talking of politics. I've been growing interest for left libertarianism recently. Don't know if you heard of it before. Yeah, left libertarianism. I mean, that's basically anarchism. More or less, with, without so much, Okay, so we've got Stop Everything, pull a Pokemon booster pack. That's going to put us on a fun decision. Your choices from booster packs are 151, Destined Rivals, Prismatic Evolutions, Shrouded Fable, Journey Together, Stellar Crown, or Surging Sparks. I have all of those booster packs. You get to choose, and it'll be your choice. I still have all of these. You want Journey Together this time? Journey Together it is. Da 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 da. Journey Together. Okay, so not necessarily anarchism, since there's some left libertarians that defend a minimal state that assures basic needs for everyone. That's kind of me, but then I also believe just in like centralism, like democratic centralism, and like a one-party state. Yeah. Pretty close to anarchism. Yeah. So like I totally dig left libertarianists, like the U.S. libertarian Ooh, yeah. Pop it, like it, hit it, get it, pop it, hit it, okay. Um, Pretty close to anarchism. I like, non-American libertarians. That's sort of the jam outside of the US. We do that kind of weird here. We've got this like super capitalist libertarianism that's weird and doesn't serve anyone. It's really like a naive ideology. A state that just completely ignores regulation. Unfortunately, right-wing libertarianism is what got more people. Well, here, outside of the U.S., that's not. They don't care. Outside of the U.S., it's all about, um, you know, like freedoms, like liberal freedoms, and they don't give a crap about the right libertarianism. In your country, the type of libertarianism they have some followers is anarcho-capitalist. Yeah, what country are you in? Because that's if you're not in the U.S., then that's the kind of libertarianism that's outside the U.S. Pet Lil, Pet Lil, we got a Pet Lil. I didn't even know that was a Pokemon. I don't think. Petalil. Okay, cool. So far we've got a green booster. Pilliswine switches it up with fighting. To be honest, my country is heavily influenced by the U.S. I'm from Brazil. Well, that's cool. Brazil's dope. We like Brazil. Kufan. We've got a Kufan. Got a Kufan. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Brazilian politics. I know y'all have like a big right-leaning streak right now or something. Sprigatito! Sprigatito, let's go! Sprigatito. Alright, and Regice. Regice. This one's kind of mid. So far, this booster pack's kind of mid. Watch it have a whopper at the end because it's really mid. Yeah, it's cool in some aspects, but still pretty conservative politically, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty right-leaning. That's from what I gathered from talking to viewers. Corviknight. All right, that's Hops Corviknight. We finally got a partner Pokemon. We got a partner Pokemon with Hops Corviknight. That's kind of cool. All right, all right, all right. Hops Corviknight. I don't think any of the other cards had any kind of partner with them. It was weird for Journey together. We've got Spiky Energy. Spiky Energy. Interesting. Spiky Energy. So as long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it provides an energy. And it hurts a Pokemon that attacks it. Yeah, so were you born in Brazil? You've been in Brazil your whole life? Shuppet. Reverse holofoil Shuppet. Yeah, we'll throw that in the binder. Throw that in the binder. I'll find a spot for that. One day the binder's gonna turn into more than one binder. I'm gonna have to level up my binder game. I've got this little binder. This is just like a hobbyist's binder. Put this little holofoil Shuppet next to the Cerulege. Isn't Cerulege a legendary Pokemon? There we go. Alright, what else we got? What else we got? Boop. Oh, what's this? Ah, a reverse holofoil Regice. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. We aren't right-wing necessarily. Many of our politics are very left and social oriented, like we have public health care. The thing is, because of religion, Catholicism, and evangelism, we're pretty conservative socially. Yeah, the United States has got that kind of stuff going on too. Oh, what is this? Tyranitar. Holofoil Tyranitar. Let's go. Let's go. You're going towards the front of the binder. This is like a page 3. Page 4. I'll go with my Arvins. I'm gonna add that. Let's add that to the collector. Holofoil. Journey Together. Hollow Rare. Boop. Added to the collection. Right on. Ooh, got a hydrate. Thank you so much for the hydrate. And thank you so much for that booster pack. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hydrate. I must say we have one of the biggest LGBTQ communities around the world and that the acceptance is growing. Awesome. I love to hear that. That's amazing. I'm a big fan of learning about the world through my international viewers. So thank you for sharing. That's cracked. Um, I want to travel the world soon. And I've been slowly getting things in place. This administration scared me into getting my passport together and getting everything in order. So I have my passport and stuff like together and ready to go. So I do plan on traveling um, through this next year. I'm gonna need a couple of months to get things in order, but then I'm probably gonna be traveling at least to like Japan initially, and then after that, I want to travel to Thailand, but I don't know how soon or how fast that's gonna happen. I also want to travel to like Australia, New Zealand. I want to travel to India. This administration in the States is crazy. Yes. And it's got me wanting to just get out of the United States, even if it's just for the time. Like recently, I heard something about an autism register. Yeah, and like that's not hyperbole. Like that's real. Like our administration is losing its mind. They're trying to get away with quite literally anything they can get away with, and it's scary. And it makes me want to just like be traveling. You want to visit Australia, New Zealand, maybe even live in one of those countries? Me too. I'd love to try to get like a visa for New Zealand. I think I heard that's like a challenge. It's actually kind of hard. If you could get like a job lined up, or maybe I could talk and be like, listen, I just want to come make content about your beautiful country and just hype up your country nonstop. See if maybe they'll let me just get away with some like tourism industry. Like I'm just promoting like all the hot beaches you can go to that are like, inclusive. Just invite the world. Everyone that's chill. It's like if you're chill, vacation here. That's what's up. Ooh, that'd be a hell of a campaign. New Zealand's accent, yeah. I love guys with New Zealand accent. It's pretty hot. Pretty good. And British guys. I really like British guys' accents too. They're also really hot. Um, I don't know. It's been like a really crazy year. Things have been going really well, content creation wise. And then my mom's health tanked. What type of British? They have plenty of accents. Just British, just general British. Nobody ever likes the German accent. I like German accent. I like accents, pretty much. There's like not a lot of accents I don't. Sounds terrorizing or gay. I mean, it can be hot though. I like a good German accent. It can sound very like um business, very serious. Um, Somebody tell Aloha that a um he's got a mouse pad. Let him know. Oh, the Dutch accent. The Dutch accent's fun. All right, y'all got me for at least another hour. As a reminder, anyone can pull a Pokemon booster pack. It only costs 500 points, and that does happen every 15 minutes. Sense it makes it possible. Every viewer can trigger two first stream. I'm sitting on packs, but I don't have unlimited packs. In addition to that, we've got the cosplay challenge that you can contribute to. Y'all, did I remember to reset that? Is that still? Can y'all get to that? Oh yeah, it still has 3 days left. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and extend it while I'm thinking about it. Cosplay challenge is now 30 days longer. Cosplay function. Yeah, Leninism. That's my. I'm an L ML ML big L energy. Heck yeah! Thanks for contributing to the cosplay photo shoot challenge. As a reminder, if you read the description on that one, there's a really cool breakdown of the voting system that's going to trigger. It's going to be a very democratically selected cosplay, and I'm going to get a photo shoot of whatever. Whatever. By the way, there is now a new raffle. We're going to start a new raffle. So depending on what y'all choose is what we're going to raffle away next month. So do me a favor, pop into the merch store, check out the merch pieces, take a look at what we got, and help me choose something for us to raffle away. Because we just did this mouse pad. Mouse pad's lit. We gave away a mouse pad. That's cool. Everyone loves a mouse pad. What about like a t-shirt? Leninists and Trotsky communists don't get along very well. Facts. Because Trotskyists are not communists. They're just loners who like to argue. So there's hats. Should we do a hat? We did a tote bag. And then we just did a mouse pad. By the way, I think I'm gonna buy 2 mouse pads for myself. I'm just gonna have 2 Trans-X Bombshell mouse pads right here. I'm gonna buy my own merch because it's just kind of cool to have my stuff on this. I need to get my name. I just haven't. I've been like, or maybe I could just throw it on the floor. That'd be kind of sick. Um, we did a tote bag. Tote bag was cool. We did a mouse pad. Mouse pad was cool. Maybe we just go up in order. Maybe now we just do this hat. And we just work our way up, raffling as we go. We'll get to the most expensive item. The hoodie. We're gonna give away a t-shirt next. So next up, there's a planet hat and an asteroid hat. And we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna do the planet hat. That's what we're gonna do next. So, if you want to enter the raffle, be sure to enter the raffle. I think that's 1,000 social credits. It's like orange. And scroll down, you'll find it's 1,000 social credits for the raffle. Ooh, Crazy Dad's going for the. Don't you already have a planet? Oh wait, I hit the wrong button. Whoopsies! I wish I could buy these things, but unfortunately I'm poor. Yo, we just had a raffle. I just gave one away. I just gave away the mouse pad. You got to watch the channel and submit for the raffle. That's the free way. And then I'll ship you stuff for free. But you gotta win the raffle, and you enter the raffle by watching. You don't have the other hat? I'll tell you what. Do you have the planet hat? You already have the planet hat? Because if you win and you already have the planet hat, I'll give you the asteroid. How about that? I'm not gonna penalize you for already owning. If you already own something, I'll give you something else. Don't let owning a piece of merch deter you from entering the raffle. I will make sure you get asteroid you got. Oh, so it is the right. Well, sweet. Well, how about them out? Real quick, let me just set this up. It's crazy. Most months I've done a raffle. I took a break from the raffle for a number of months, but I've given away so much merch. It's awesome. Like, it's awesome. The fact I get to send merch out to viewers, and then I have viewers that actually want to enter a raffle for merch that I give away. Be still, my little heart. Okay, so August. This was today's raffle. Next raffle, September 30th. September 30th. All right, chat? Let me set up. This is how I remember. I have to go in here to the raffle thing. And I say the next raffle is September 28th. What is it? 28th? Oh, it's actually 30. September 30th. The dad hat. Save. There we go. Okay. I think I joined when you went on hiatus with it. September 3rd is my birthday. Oh, wow. Okay, well, the raffle is back. The raffle is back, folks. I heard 3rd, 30th. Okay, cool. We got it. You've been following me for 7 months. Thank you so much for the 7 months. All right, so if you ever want to know what the raffle thing is, I really try to be good about it. I try to put these things where y'all can request it. And I put there. The next merch raffle September 30th. Okay, cool. Got it. So, um, merch raffle information is in. All right. And so for the September 30th wheel, for the dad hat, we're going to do Crazy Dad, who is already entered with a one raffle entry. Crazy Dad, 1983. There we go. Right on! Congratulations, Aloha! Congratulations for winning the August raffle. Um, we are getting the raffle set for September. We're going to be raffling away a dad hat. But congratulations to you! Hey, Aloha! Hey, hey, Aloha! It's like an echo in here. So we're very excited for you. You have won the mouse pad. So all you got to do is shoot me back your address. I mean, I can address the package to Aloha Craw. That's totally fine. I just need an address to ship it to. And you could just shoot that to me via Twitch Whispers. I've gone ahead and sent you a whisper announcing your win. And you just send me your address back through Twitch Whispers. I'm going to give that to the merch company and they will get you your mouse pad. Well, aloha doesn't mean hello, but I get the vibe. What does aloha mean then in actuality? All right, I've got your address. I see the whisper. Let me go and hand that over to my merch partners over at Tantrum. And we've got a good thing going here, chat. We've got a raffle. We got the merch thing worked out. This operation runs a lot more fluidly. Let me see. All right. Aloha means peace, love, and compassion, similar to namaste or shalom. Oh, that's cool. I actually didn't know that. Oh, we've got a stretch. Yo, I haven't had. Yesterday, we had a stretch called, and I was like, I haven't seen a stretch in forever. So this is cool. Mm. Oh, okay. Whew. That was so good, it made me a little dizzy. Let me just grab a water real quick. I want to drink water, but this water is like, once Okay. Thank you so much for the stretch. And I wish I could do some Outer Wilds DLC today, but I have a board meeting, so I've got about 45 minutes left on the stream because we're doing a board meeting right after this. Short stream today, but we got the raffle out, and I'm going to give a little sneak peek for y'all if you want it. You let me know. Do you want a little sneak peek? Chat, do we want a little sneak peek? We don't gotta. Totally okay to not want a sneak peek. If y'all are the kind that just kind of like to know how things are as they come, I actually really like Hanson. I love Hanson. I was such a Hanson girl growing up. Yeah, if you don't want to sneak peek, that's fine. We will just make that announcement as it comes, as it happens. Queen. Such an epic band. Like, greatest of all time, honestly. Queen was the greatest of all time. Queen had the most hits of any rock band. What's up, sneaky little snivy? Welcome to the stream. And just like you can't argue against it. There's been other rock bands that have, had impact, or I don't know, maybe they played longer, but nobody's had as many like absolute all out hits that were just internationally famous. I wasn't sure if that was clear or not, but yes, I would like to know. Oh, so you do want to know the sneak peek. You want to know, yeah, you can always ask a political question, please. Here's the sneak peek. See if I can pull this up. Okay. Not that. We're gonna do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do we see that? It's a little sneak peek. A little sneak peek of some upcoming merch, maybe. If you saw it, no, you didn't. What do I think about drugs in general? Do I think it should be legalized or just decriminalized or something else? So, my take on drugs is whatever you make like illegal, people are gonna want to do. If you make it legal with like if we were like, okay, if you want to do drugs, you have to like sign this like form that basically says like I do heroin. I recognize that I'm not going to be able to operate like machinery and stuff. Maybe you're not allowed to like if you're caught like driving under the influence or something, just like after like and you do heroin, like you lose your license. Like we should regulate like intelligent. Like we should figure out like what is the policies that fit the habit that reduce the most amount of harm. Like, yeah, obviously, like if you want to live your life huffing fumes, like if you want to huff gas, go ahead. It shouldn't be illegal, but you shouldn't have a driver's license. Like if you're gonna be like shooting up. Like, doesn't Sweden have a safe place for people to do drugs like under supervision? Great. That's a great policy. We should do that. I really think you should be allowed to go do whatever it is you want to do, as long as it's not harming anyone. Like, yeah. Um, I've got another sneak peek. Do y'all want another sneak peek? Say yes. I'm gonna pretend you said yes. Here's the other sneak peek. What is that about? Did we see that? Did we see that or did we not? Doesn't Sweden have like a safe place? Oh wait, Portugal decriminalized all drugs in the country. That's good. Decriminalizing's good. Now make sure that you regulate and have policies that make sense. That way nobody gets harmed. As I always say, as long as your rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness don't infringe on someone else's rights, then you do you. That's pretty much my policy too. Yeah, so we've got multiple pieces of merch coming. And I don't have any more to show you. That was pretty much everything that's coming. That was all of the sneak peeks. So I don't have anything else to show you. There might not be anything else in the works that's coming. That I'm not sure if there's anything else coming. But you know, there might be one other thing. But I'm not sure. Um, Ooh, thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, for the sub. Be sure to thank your gifter. So we've got merch on the way. We've got an emote on the way. That emoji. And we gave away the raffle today. Oh, congratulations to Aloha for winning the bingo game of the stream. Nice. Well done, well done. Golf claps all around, golf claps all around. Bravo. So there's a really, really cool saying that I like to repeat. And that is, don't yuck someone else's. And it's kind of like an unofficial rule of the stream. And that also fits like the theme of what we've been talking about. Like, as long as your rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness don't like infringe on someone else's life. I think decriminalizing is definitely the path we should go for and legalize it with some conditions, like you just said. I think give the drug with a limit, the amount or how much you can have per month. Yeah, giving access to rehabilitation projects, exactly. Because like they're gonna get it anyway. Be like, okay, you can have this much a month, and that's how much you can have before you get like ridiculously. Yeah, thank you, Anonymous Gifter. Thank you, Anonymous. We love you. I don't know what to talk about. Because like at the end of the day, politics come down to like, how do you manage a society that works for the most people, so the most people can thrive, you know? And I think we failed to take into account how can you have the most people in a society that thrives without causing harm to other people and the environment, and like, you know, just like allows us to, like, it has to be sustainable. We've been talking with some classmates recently about trying weed someday at uni. Yeah, weed is one of the most misunderstood substances. First off, most people don't understand that cannabis is a stimulant um, that actually has some psychoactive properties. It's an interesting substance. I don't mind cannabis. I don't judge people that consume it. It's one of the things that I consider natural. Although we have like the way we like harvest it has gotten to be extremely manually like genetically engineered. Um, yeah, if you want to go Snoop Dogg, go for it. Yeah, I mean it's fine. Like everything is okay within moderation. If it's not getting in the way of life, if it's not getting in the way of you being present, go for it. What I think a lot of people don't take into account is if your habits are coping mechanisms to prevent you from needing to be present, they're bad. And I'm sorry. If you don't agree with, maybe this is a hot take. And let me say this again, because I mean this. If your habits are getting in the way of you being present, like if they're coping mechanisms to keep you from having to be present in life, they are bad habits. And you should consider changing those habits. You should be committed to being present. We're trying to bring it back. We're trying to bring it back. Stream died, but we're trying to bring it back. CPR, stream PR. Clear. That's been happening kind of a lot lately. And we're back. Um, that's been happening a lot since the last OBS update. Just gonna call it like I see it. Don't call it a comeback. You've never really been gone. That was just some stream PR. We fainted, and we're back. It's the government trying to take me down. Facts. Um, yeah, no. I was being too real, and I mean exactly what I said. I said it. That's what I was saying. Before I got cut was you should be doing everything you can to stay present in life, and anything that's taking you away from being present is a distraction. Um, Being with friends, being with family, having messy moments, working through life is what it's all about. If you have habits that are coping mechanisms that are preventing you from being present in life, those are bad habits and you should cut them. And that's just me being real. Like, if you have arguments with people, that doesn't make them bad people. That just makes them different people. And being friends with different people is a good thing. Now, people being different isn't the same as people having bigoted opinions or harboring hate or being racist. That's not the same as being different. Those are things you don't have to accept. You can just choose not to be around those people, and you should. But honestly, if you have habits that are causing you to engage with people and connect with people on a regular basis, and you find that you're doing things for yourself and that you're giving back to your community, I think you're living life the right way. And it's okay to have a little downtime. Like, have recreation. Like, have ways to get your brain off of work. You should not be working all the time. And as leftists, we fought really freaking hard to have downtime. And it was American leftists that gave us the concept of a weekend. And it's American leftists that got us the idea of 8-hour work days. 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, and 8 hours for what you will. And that was the slogan of the American left. And we organized around that. We rallied around that. People died for that. I agree with you, but I have something to add. Most people who start bad habits do it because they're struggling and don't have a support system. That's real. And it's important to have, grace and patience for people and their circumstances. That's life. That's being a real person. That's, embracing the messiness. That is life. It's almost inevitable they're going to stick to bad habits. No one can stop an addiction without some form of support. It's a really, really powerful one. It's real. So we can't put all the blame on the individual. Yeah, that's true. Because hopefully I'm not talking in all quotes. I don't want to be one of those quote people that tries to look to quotes for all the wisdom, because quotes are circumstantial. But there is the really powerful one that is, the child who is not embraced by the village will warm themselves by its fire. Or something. Let me find it better. A child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. So it's important that we as community, we as, people, take on that challenge. We need to be willing to take on things and not just dismiss and be like, that's not my problem. There's a lot of problems that are caused just because people don't want to deal with someone. Like, oh, that's not my problem, that's their problem. And like, that'll mess with someone. You want to know what'll cause crime? It's someone that's not someone else's problem. They will make themselves someone else's problem. So a lot of times, by trying to sweep problems under the rug, we create much larger problems for society. By not dealing with things. By just choosing not to deal with things. And that's, unfortunately, it's a very American way of doing things. It's like, if it's not our job, we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to do it. And I deal with a lot of that myself. My work. And working with the land trust and managing one of the properties of the land trust. And it's just like, the more you take on and if you're willing to take on and work through things with community, you can then learn from others and help pass that knowledge on. And problems become much smaller because now you have a group of people with knowledge tackling problems, as opposed to trying to kick them to specialists that, who knows what their list is, how much they have to get to until they'll get to that specific ask. Sometimes if you could just triage, sit down as a committee and figure out what's the best way to tackle this, who has the most bandwidth. You can really rip through things But you have to have people that are willing to, like, okay, let me consider if I can help with this. And that is the individualist idea, like the Western individualist idea of, like, this isn't my job. I'm not trained in this. When honestly, you should be a smart individual that's willing to approach most things. And I think leftists should try to, like, I mean, we're not surgeons. I'm not telling people to, like, run out and do surgery. But, like, be willing to understand your plumbing in your house. Like, you shouldn't be dismissive of these bodies of knowledge. I have a hot take. I think neoliberalism gives the message about freedom, and you're the only to blame for your life results, and that Christianity gives the idea that you have free will. But I don't believe in free will. We are just the results of genetics, upbringing, life experience, mental states, beliefs, and value that we were imputed on you, etc. So I do give a big emphasis on community power. And I agree with you. I think we're saying the same thing from two sides of the same coin. Like, essentially, we're thrust into this life, and you don't get to choose any of these things. But through community, we can all be made whole, and we can all do most things and approach most things. And I think it's this idea that we will have individualism and itemized knowledge to sort of separate us, and to sort of give power to those not even the working class, but just like trades, like specific trades, and trying to turn them into more gilded skills instead of, working class knowledge. These gilded skills then become somewhat of like a symbol of power. And the whole goal, and the guilds were dismantled through the communist revolution. We tore down the guilds on purpose, and these knowledges have become gilded again. Real freedom for me is practical freedom. Basically, when you're free from oppression and coercion. I concur. As Mark Fisher already said, liberty isn't something you're born with, but an achievement. In a neoliberal society, liberty should be something. Liberty should be something that in a society is bestowed upon you with birth. Unfortunately, capitalism. And capitalism is the reason why we don't have God-given. I think capitalism is overcomplicated, and we're so entrenched in it, we can't just give it up. But if we could just delete capitalism tomorrow and build a society that works for as many people as possible and just serves people without taking into account what everyone had, and just literally distribute land and living quarters assigned, given to you, deeded to you, for you to pass on to your children, and your other children that won't get that house can have other housing that's similar, and food and clothing and education. And we get to do everything else that we want to do. And you are expected to do what you have selected through your education time, your role of society that you've chosen, based on the needs of what society needs and your skills. We could set that up tomorrow, and it would be so efficient. So much more efficient. But the capitalists will tell you, my grandfather owned this oil company, and I must have these things that are better than what you have access to because yeah, it's all a game. It's all a rigged game based on dead people's baggage. And the goal here, anyway, on this Twitch channel, the mission, besties, should you choose to accept, is fully automated, luxury, gay, space communism. Let me say it again. Fully automated, luxury, gay, space communism. And don't you forget. I'm just glad y'all are here. I'm glad we had the raffle. I'm glad we've been able to pull some Pokemon booster packs. It's been really fun. It's been really good. And we've got merch coming. We've given some merch sneak peeks. I let y'all see behind the curtain what's in the works between the artist and the merch company. What I actually showed you was a message of me sending the merch company the art from the artist. So they have it. And whenever the merch store levels up, whenever it expands, whenever we hit that second tier, you will know what to expect. Whoop! We're going to stop everything at Pokemon Booster Pack. Go ahead and choose your Pokemon Booster Pack, Crazy Dad. 151, Destined Rivals, Prismatic Evolution, Shrouded Fable, Journey Together, Stellar Crown, or Surging Stars. Your choice. And I'll pull the Pokemon. I'll pull the Pokemon Booster Pack over your shoulder. Stellar Crown? Hey, that's like the biggest stack I got. There we go. I've got a lot of these. So, this will probably close out the stream, and then we're going to raid out after this. But I do want to thank everyone for being here. We do currently have 16 subs on the channel. I couldn't do this without you. Like, honestly, I wouldn't do it without you. I would have already probably quit by now if y'all didn't watch. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, ever, feel free to ask. Also, be sure to join the Discord. If you're not yet in the Discord, why? It's really cool. We've curated just with left-leaning, chill AF besties. It's a good time. And I'm kind of partial to it. They're all my besties. So, our energy card, the energy card for this booster pack is going to be, was that Dragon? We've got a Dragon energy. So, Dragon energy for us. And this will be the third booster pack of the stream today. We're on a good groove. Oh, whoa. That was a sneak peek. I don't even know what that was. I didn't even have time for it to focus, but that was a sneak peek. What's that Pokemon? Here we go. So, right out of the gate, we know we've got a holo on the back. It's not an EX though, but it looks cool. Meryl. We've got a Meryl. We've got a Meryl, chat. Don't freak out. We've got a Meryl. We've got a Gossifleur. We have a Gossifleur. A Gossifleur. I just rub my fingers on the edges of these. Shoot me. Electabuzz. We have an Electabuzz. And comfy. 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 Alright, and papaya berry. Papaya berry. Chill. Chill. Chill booster. And we know we've got that holofell on the back, so let's see what we've got back here. Mine shell. We've got a mine shell. Mine shell. Mine shell. And gravity gemstone. Gravity gemstone. And reverse holofoil. Glameow. Glameow's the reverse holofoil. We'll throw that one in the binder. Glameow's going in. Oh, we've got one more before that holofoil. What is the second to last? Oh! Oh! Woo! Let's go! Area 0 under depths. Special illustration. Oh my god, it's gold! Woo! That's what's up, chat. Nice. That's a front pager. That's a front pager. That's a front pager. That's going right here. I already have a spot picked out. Very careful. Make sure no whitening. Going right into the sleeve. Boop! Area 0 under depths. That's going right in the collector. We still have a card left. Area 0 under depths. That's a $12 card, chat. It's a hyper rare. We just pulled a hyper rare. I just literally pulled a hyper rare. Hyper rare. Hyper rare right there. We just pulled a hyper rare. We just thank you so much for this booster, Crazy Dad. Thank you so much. And to finish it out, we have an Alcremie. A holofoil Alcremie, which is absolutely cute. Absolutely cute. That's a really, really good Pokemon to end on. Alcremie. Yo, we just pulled a freaking hyper rare. We just pulled a $12 card. Like, what? Like, what? Out of nowhere? Let me add this Alcremie. Alcremie Stug. That now brings my portfolio from 30 to 40 on my binder. Just pulled a hyper. A hyper rare state. That's pretty lit. And with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. I really thank y'all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for just being the chill ass community that I've really come to know and appreciate. So thanks, y'all. Why didn't that go off? It should have gone off. Huh. Can I just trigger it? Oh, wait, no. Exactly. Oh, weird. For some reason, it's not working. Probably because like it was connected before, and then now it's reconnected again. Here, let me try this. Trying to get it to work. Oh, wait. Do I not have it over here? May not have it. Let me see something. I think we may have found a bug. Yeah, I think it's just because like I restarted the stream. I'll refund your points though. I don't know why it's not working. Sorry. Sorry, Charlie. Yeah, none of them are working. Oh, see, that one works. Gee, thanks, Crazy Dad. Um, cool. Go ahead and raid out. Thanks, y'all, for sticking around for the raid. I really appreciate y'all. I know who we're gonna raid. Little bitty, itty bitty, tiny baby raid. I'll see y'all over there, and I got a meeting to catch. I'll see y'all on the next one. Wake up, wake up. If you're lurking, let's raid. Hit the raid button. Let's go. Wake up, lurkers.